and welcome to Swan Island Dahlias. Well, here we go again. Another heat wave has arrived here in the Pacific Northwest. Today is Wednesday and we are headed into about 5 or 6 days of 100 plus degrees. So it looks like today I think we'll be close to 100, but then we've got many 100 days coming up. Hopefully no more than about 5. So what does that mean for your dahlias? Well, we talked about it in July when we had the big heat dome then, which pushed our dahlias back. It slowed everybody down. So just remember that when that heat comes, the plants are adjusting to the temperature change. So they go through a little like hibernation mode, we could call it, and they slow down. They think, oh, what's happening? What should I do? And the plants just hibernate, which means they're not pushing a lot of bloom. They're not going to push a lot of green growth. They're not going to grow very tall during that time period. So what do you need to do? You need to do exactly what we are doing on the farm, and that is water, water, water. I cannot express how important it is. You need water during this heat and your plants need water. So it's really important that you're watering deeply. Make sure you're not just walking out with a hose or a watering can and dumping one on and thinking you've done enough. As the plants grow and get bigger, the roots get deeper, which means your water needs to get deeper. So at this time of year, your roots are probably 6 to 8 inches down, maybe a little bit more. And it's really important that your water gets down that deep. So make sure that you're putting a soaker hose on, you're putting a sprinkler on, you're doing something to make sure that that water gets down that deep. Remember, 8 to 10 inches deep. Probably at this point, you're watering daily, if not twice a day. Really, in this heat, when we get over 100, they're gonna need lots of water. And it does not hurt to overhead water. We get the question all the time about not overhead watering or that you're worried about burning. Once in a while, we'll see a little burn from a drop of water sitting on a petal, maybe on a light colored bloom. But for the most part, we really believe that overhead watering helps cool the plants. So you could water in the afternoon, you can water in the morning. We don't really water too late at night, but ideally they need probably 1 to 2 times a day, they need a deep watering. And you know what? You can't forget fertilizer. Think about yourself. You need food and you need water. And if you're not doing those, you can't expect your plants to thrive. So be sure to make sure you are fertilizing. Everything is a little low and a little slow this year with the heat, but that they will come along as our temperatures regulate again. We're about 2 weeks late this year. So if you're wondering why your dahlias aren't blooming and you're in the Pacific Northwest or you've had a hard growing season, it's just that they're adjusting, and it's really important that you keep up with your fertilizer and your water. If the plants seem a little low and a little slow to you, give them one boost of a higher nitrogen fertilizer, such as a Miracle-Gro. You can give them a little Epsom salts. We would say about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of Epsom salts per plant. And that will help kind of green them up and get them going a little bit along with that higher nitrogen fertilizer. Otherwise, across the board, you're using low nitrogen fertilizer about every 3 weeks. If you're in pots, you're about every 2 weeks. And make sure you stay up on that because they're using up the nutrients. When we go into stressful times, the heat rises, they're gonna use it quicker and more often. So you might have to go to 2 weeks if you're in extreme heat. But just don't panic. Some people are calling and are disappointed their dahlias just don't seem to be thriving this year. Well, if you're in a condition where you've had more rain, or hotter temperatures, it just slows things down. So don't be afraid to keep fertilizing, keep watering, and keep them happy. It is so important. And it's best that you stay hydrated too. Keep them in mind while you're drinking your water. Take care, everybody, and I hope everybody stays safe and cool during the next few days as we get through another heat wave. Take care and have a beautiful day. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and check out our YouTube channel. Have a beautiful day.